So we are finally here, Paul B. Johnson State Park. After a 9-hour drive from Central Florida, we've made it. We stopped over in a Cracker Barrel to have about a 3 or 4 hour rest period, but other than that, we drove straight through. So we're about 1 hour north of Biloxi at this park. There's 800 acres here with Geiger Lake as its central feature. I believe we have a spot right on the water, so we're so excited to get our camper in place and hooked up. So it's July 2020, and we are in peak COVID season right now in southern Mississippi. And this state park actually just opened up this past Monday. It is Saturday now. So enjoy this video and welcome along to our NATCHEZ Trace Parkway 2-week adventure. Okay, so we made it to our campsite, got everything set up, and now it's time to have a little bit of fun and relaxation. I'm going to put this drone in the air so we can get a bird's eye view and look at exactly where we are at.
With a reckless streak, yeah, the grass never gets too grown. Underneath my feet, city lights, southern stars, no such thing as gone too far. I'm running wide open, I was born with my feet in motion. Since I met you, I swear I could be happy anywhere. Any map dot, location, you're always my destination. You're the only thing that I'm chained to. I could be happy anywhere. I could be happy anywhere with you. Yeah, the beauty of the northern lights in my mind is faded. The blue sky over Telluride next to you's kinda overrated. The winding road, let it twist. My home's wherever your heart is. I'm running wide open, I was born with my feet in motion. Since I met you, I swear I could be happy anywhere. Any map dot, location, you're always my destination. You're the only thing that I'm chained to. I could be happy anywhere. I could be happy anywhere with you. So girl, I hope you know, wherever you go, I know. I'm running wide open, I was born with my feet in motion. Since I met you, I swear I could be happy anywhere. Any map dot, location, you're always my destination. You're the only thing that I'm chained to. I could be happy anywhere. I could be happy anywhere with you. I could be happy anywhere with you.
Okay, so we are at Paul B. Johnson State Park. It's about 6:30 in the morning. So I did it. There's Fred at the dock, and I've got the trolling motor in the water, and I'm going. So let's see. Oh, that thing goes a little kind of fast, but I have trouble steering it. Look at how fast it goes. That's plenty fast for me. This is quite fun. I'm gonna go explore this lake a little bit. There's Fred out on the dock. The sun's coming up. Bit of fun. I'm gonna turn this. It is so pretty here. I'm so excited. This is so cool. And you see how fast I'm going? Plenty fast. And I'd say this is probably about half power. But this is a little blow-up raft, so I'd hate to come out here and have a problem. They do not come any more inexperienced as me when it comes to boating. Actually, this is the first time I've ever been on a boat by myself. Look at that sun coming up. It is beautiful. I've got my oars. I had to use those to push through the lily pads. Look at this. Isn't it pretty? I want you to come with me. You're not going to come? Why not?
I'm the videographer.
So Fred's coming with me. I don't want to go out there by myself too far. He's going to go get his life jacket and go get the dogs. And you can see right there is our campsite. So you see him walking over there. Look at Lucy. She is ready to go. They're so funny. All right, I got to put this camera down to help these two mongrels that get on the boat. Okay, so here we are out on the water again, and this time we have Lucy and Fred and Lily with us. Okay, so we made it to the other side of this lake, and the sun is now behind the trees, so it's not right in our eyes. The only person I've seen up so far in this campsite is that guy on the dock fishing. I haven't seen anybody else up, have you?
One other person.
What is that in the water right there? Is that an alligator? Right over there. It kind of looks like a gator. No, it's probably just a tree stump. It's just a tree stump. Here's a view of the campsite from the water. What is it, Lucy?
Lucy, you better not jump in that water. Be careful not to knock her in. If anybody falls in, it's going to be Lily. Ow. This boat's pretty tough. You can see both dogs' claws are all over it.
I hope so.
I hope so too. I don't see. The boat only costs like $260. Then the motor, $200, and the battery, I don't know, $100 or so. I think all in all, $600, $700, and we've got a little boat and we're on the water. We can pack our boat up and put it in our rover. We don't have to tow it. It's just perfect for us. I think this is Geiger Lake at Paul B. Johnson Park. We're on this little trip and we're staying at 5 state parks. So this is our first stop. I hope I'm not getting my lakes mixed up, but I think that's this lake. Our next park is NATCHEZ State Park in Mississippi. And this is Paul B. Johnson State Park. I think just about all of our spots we're going to be on the water. That's why I wanted to get this little boat. So it's a brand new boat. We just bought it for this trip. I guess that's lily pads on the water over there. Oh, it is. You can see all the little flowers blooming on top of those lily pads. How pretty. And there's little ducks over there. I think I got Fred up too early. The heat doesn't bother him like it bothers me. I had to get up and out. And then I'll go back and take a nap in the air-conditioned camper. I think Fred wants to come back out later on tonight and fish a little bit. So a minute ago we had, well, when I picked Fred and the dogs up at the dock, I got lily pads tangled in the motor and I had to pick the trolling motor up and get all the lily pads tangled out of it. I don't want to, ooh, there's a lot of lily pads up there. I'm not going up there. I think the dogs like it. What is it, Lily? There's another little bridge over there. I'm not sure what that little bridge is. Doesn't look like the dam though, because it looks like you can see right under it, right through it. So that is a true bridge. Lily, what is it? Huh? What are you doing? What is it? What are you doing, Lucy? Lucy, what's going on?
Getting warm.
You're getting warm? Well, I'll put it in high gear so we'll have a little breeze. How's that?
Yeah. Need some coffee.
Coffee?
Lily. You're gonna fall in, Lily. Big catfish eat you.
Now that right there could be the best campsite in the whole park. Right there on that point. Well, I don't know though. Look, they've got somebody on the other side of them. It's pretty crowded right there. Oh boy. They're saying hello.
Still. Sit still.
That dog.
Lucy, you're gonna fall in there.
That's a good site there too. That little camper there with the little retaining wall. Well, there's actually a few of those over there. Okay, sweetheart, you ready to head in?
Yep. I need some coffee. You know how to find your way back?
Nope. I do not. I am a little bit turned around right here, to be quite honest. I mean, I guess I'll come upon it in a minute.
Which way did you go?
I don't know.
Go back the way you came.
Well, that might be easy for someone who has a good sense of direction. That'd be fine instructions for someone like that. You need to remember who you're talking to. Look. I think it's right there. Yep, it is. I found it. That wasn't hard.
Find our camp?
Yep.
Good.
Okay, so we're gonna take the boat in and make ourselves a little breakfast. So I'm sitting under the shade tree and just admiring our campsite, and thought I'd take a minute to show you this boat. So this is the Mariner 4. It's a little blow-up boat with the little trolling motor that we can easily deflate, throw in the back of the truck, and take with us anywhere. And it takes about, I don't know, 15 minutes to set up. It's a little heavy. It's kind of hard for me to do on my own, but I could if I had to. But luckily I have Fred to help me. But we pulled it ashore and it's sitting by our campsite, and hopefully we'll be able to take it out again later this evening. But I wanted to show you a game changer for us at our campsite. You know, Fred and I, we've typically tent camped, but we recently got this little Rover, and with the Rover came this Dometic refrigerator, and it is a game changer when you're camping. You don't have to deal with bags of ice, and it's just amazing, and it keeps things extremely cold. As a matter of fact, I have to be careful not to freeze everything that I have. The last time we took it out, the tomatoes froze and the lettuce froze, so it gets really cold, and it's always in this little shady kitchen area. We have our little stove, and I love this little Dometic refrigerator. We also have our cooler, which is right there, and as a matter of fact, Fred just had to go get some ice for it. We keep our drinks in it and other things that don't fit in the little refrigerator. But our little dogs are now in the sun, so I'm gonna move them inside and we're gonna take a little nap. So I thought I would talk for a second about what and why Fred and I are here in Mississippi and what we are doing. Fred is retired, and I will be retiring in a few years. But one of the things that we wanted to do was a cross-country road trip. And I started planning that cross-country road trip, and it took us through Vicksburg. And Fred had mentioned that he really wanted to go see Vicksburg and all the memorials that were there. So he had the idea of, why don't we go ahead and do this portion of our road trip now, and while we were doing that, we could also tour the NATCHEZ Trace Parkway. Well, I had never heard of the NATCHEZ Trace Parkway, unfortunately, and I started doing some research, and I'm not prepared with any facts or statistics, but it's around 400 miles. It goes through Mississippi and Tennessee. I think it starts in Natchez, Mississippi, and ends in Nashville, Tennessee, I believe. So this park that we're at, Paul B. Johnson Park, was about 9 or 10 hours from our home. So this is our first stop on our NATCHEZ Trace Parkway tour. So we're at Paul B. Johnson Park, and we are staying here for 2 nights. And then we go to NATCHEZ State Park in Mississippi. We're there for 2 nights. Then we go to Poverty Point State Park in Louisiana, and we're there for 3 nights. And that's a park that it's about 40 minutes from Vicksburg. And so we will stay at that park while we go back and forth 1 or 2 days, maybe, to Vicksburg. And so after 3 nights at Poverty Point State Park, we go to, well, we were going to Davis Lake Campground for 3 nights. But right now, I understand their shower facilities are closed due to the coronavirus pandemic. So we also have reservations at Tom Bigby State Park. So I will call Davis Lake right before we leave, and if they're still closed, we do have reservations at Tom Bigby. We have reservations at both parks. As a matter of fact, For these 2 nights, we have reservations at 2 parks too, in case something happened to this one, because it really just opened up this week, the restroom facilities. We also had reservations at Tickfaw State Park in Louisiana, but we are not utilizing that camp space right now, obviously. And then NATCHEZ State Park just opened up as well this week. And we also have reservations at Riverview RV in Louisiana, which we won't be using. But you know, these campsites, they are so inexpensive. I can't even tell you what they are. They're like $30 a night maybe. And it seems like we got some kind of discount because Fred is over 62. So I don't know, the Tickfaw State Park, the ones that we're not using right now, I think it was like $39. But to me, since we're out of state and there's so much going on right now, I would prefer to have a little backup. And if it only costs $30 or $40, so be it. But after Poverty Point, then Davis Lake Campground, if that doesn't work, we'll stay at Tom Bigby State Park. And then for the last 3 nights, we have reservations at a place called Lock A in Tennessee. It's an Army Corps campsite. So hopefully I'll be able to take our little boat out in all of these places, and we'll be able to video. But we're going to travel the route of NATCHEZ Trace Parkway, and along that route there's many different stops. So hopefully we'll be able to stop at a lot of them and video and show you guys this little mini vacation. It's taking us around 2 weeks to do it, but it should be fun. And you know, yesterday was extremely hot here. I think that Mississippi has a heat advisory out, but right now it's 11 o'clock and I'm sitting under the shade tree and I'm cool. I am just fine right now. You know, yesterday it was hot, but maybe we got here after it had rained and maybe the humidity level just got really high. I'm not sure, but right now it's it's tolerable and it's very pleasant. So let's hope it lasts for the rest of the day. Okay, so we have our Paisley Farm 5-bean salad. And then I made some of the corkscrew pasta with the tomatoes, black olives, and red onion. I'm going to combine these two and then add chunks of Colby Jack and a Caesar dressing. And that's the pasta salad. I'll show you in just a second. So I'm still sitting under the tree, but I moved my little puppies out here. I think it's a little bit cooler here than it is under that, because right now the sun is kind of beating down inside of it. And about 2 or 3 feet into it. So it's just warm in there right now. It's much cooler out here. So here is the finished pasta salad. I put the Colby Jack cheese in it. It's delicious. Fred and I are really enjoying it. Apparently, there's a flea market, a little indoor flea market. Where is it, Fred? Just
Across the road from the park.
across the road from the park. Fred saw it last night when he went out to get ice or something. So we're gonna go check that out. It's 2 o'clock, July 10th or 11th. It's July 11th, which is a Saturday. 2 o'clock in the afternoon, the heat's really kicked in, so we are now in the car with the AC on. Little puppies in the back, and we're going to spend a couple hours driving and exploring this area. So, are we still in the park right now?
Yep.
Yeah, so this is still in the park. This is a big park. And there's a swimming area somewhere. Those are the little cabins over there that you can rent. They're really cute. This section over there, I think this is another section of the park. It's not near the lake, so I don't think I'd really want to stay over there necessarily. Well, there's the lake across the street. Oh, so I guess the swimming area is down here. So if you stay in this area, you're going to be closer to the swimming area. Could we drive down in there just to take a look at it?
Yeah.
Oh, there's a lot of people down there swimming. I've been seeing the boats tearing up the water today, so this is a busy weekend at this park. Can I just get out and just look real quick?
Yeah.
Hang on.
Make a circle.
Okay, yeah, make a circle. Just don't forget to come back and get me. So let's get out and look at this swimming area. It's pretty nice. People having a picnic there. Right here is where you can see people actually swimming in the water. In a truck, got a little AC. Very nice little swimming area. Very nice. This was the main office where we checked in when we arrived. Very nice people on the inside. And then the swimming area is just right behind that. So this is the area where they have the disc golf. And if you can see this little yellow bucket right out there, they throw frisbees, and you try to hit it or get as close to it as you can. But it's almost like golf, except you don't have clubs and a little ball. It's some kind of a little disc, like a frisbee looking contraption. But it's probably fun when it's not so hot. Okay, so this is the dam / entrance road. I have never in my life seen a road that also served as a dam, but it does.
A spillway.
A spillway. Yes, you're right. It's a spillway. That's exactly what it is, sweetheart. Look at that. Look at that car coming across there. Isn't that something? Can only one car cross at a time? So here comes another one. We'll watch it. That's the video of them coming across. Look at that. That's something. I think you should go across it real fast and make water splash up. I've seen other people's videos where the water is splashing up on their windshield, so maybe sometimes that water gets deeper than what it is right now. Could you stop right here for a second so I can just get a picture of this right here? Hang on. Look at that.
Motorcycle waiting.
Okay.
Good picture of Spillway.
Oh, yeah. Can you stop for just 1 second? I know that motorcycle's waiting, but I just want to get this. Okay. She sure is waiting. Lot of water activities in this park. Mississippi State Park. Mississippi has done a very good job with this park, haven't they?
It's a pretty nice park.
Immediately across the street from the park is this indoor flea market.
Largest collection of junk in the state of Mississippi.
Well, hopefully it's air conditioned on the inside.
It is.
And you think, they said you can take your little animals? Maybe? Because we cannot leave them in the car. Okay, so here's this little indoor flea market.
There's where you got your hamburger yesterday.
Oh my gosh, really? Fred brought home food yesterday, and now I'm learning it's come from this little food. Huh. It was a pretty good hamburger, though, really.
Baby, here's what you need to do.
What?
Walk in there and ask them, can we put our dogs in a buggy? Because there's some.
So you are allowed to bring your dog with you. So Fred has Lily, and I have Lucy. That's how it normally goes. This is really quite large on the inside. I'm shocked. It's a nice way to spend some time when you need to get out. You need to get indoors. I think they have a little bit of everything here. It's pretty neat. I even saw some guns and knives and stuff like that. So I guess this guy's making custom sheaths. That's pretty cool. Very neat.
Oh, yes, yes.
When I was a little girl, I used to love Bewitched. I've never seen anything like that before. I would have loved that when I was a little girl. Not sure what you would do with those, but wine barrels for sale. This place is huge. Cowhide? So before we went in that Mississippi antique store, Fred said, what did you say again, Sam?
Largest collection of junk in the whole state of Mississippi.
Yes, his assessment was correct. Although I did get some Mississippi honey, and Fred found some bullets. Is that all you bought? I thought you bought more than that. You bought the Mississippi State flag.
Is soon to be no more.
So our shopping trip was a success. So we took a little tour of Hattiesburg. They had a old Civil War memorial in the center of the town. I know our town recently took ours down, so hopefully this one will be left alone.
Underneath my feet, city
And some of the old houses and just the charm of this town. We really enjoyed driving through and looking at this. It's pretty different to what we're used to in Central Florida. It's a beautiful house.
Been a rolling stone with a reckless streak. Yeah, the grass never gets too grown underneath my feet. City lights, southern stars, no such thing as gone too far.